Whether we want to admit it or not, a recession is here and times may start getting even tougher than they currently are. Inflation is through the roof right now and times are tough. Groceries out of control, gas prices are out of control, and it sucks. But today we're going to talk about 5 ways to prepare for a recession. 5 things that you can do to help set yourself up for success so that when this time comes, we can handle it and we can get through it on a better note. So number 1 is to have 1 month's worth of expenses saved as an emergency fund, at least 1 month's worth of expenses. Then you can save up to 3-6 months worth, but start with 1 month. And I personally keep mine in a high yield savings account. I love CIT Bank. Their interest rates are 10 times the national average, and they do fluctuate. Interest rates with all different banks, they fluctuate depending on the market, different things like that. Right now, they're actually really high. So now is a great time to put your money into a high yield savings account. I'll have a link for CIT Bank down below, but in a full review of them in a video as well. But they're awesome, and it is a great bank and a great way to store your money rather than just having it sit in cash. So 1 month's worth of expenses is a great place to start when you are dealing with a recession, because if something happens, an emergency happens, you want to be prepared. Number 2 is to reevaluate your budget. Now, if you don't have a budget, get on a budget. That's number 1. But if you already have a budget, reevaluate it. Really look at it and see what you're spending. Now, your prices for your budget items for groceries and gas compared to a year ago is going to be completely different. What you paid for groceries a year ago is not going to cut it now, and it sucks, but inflation is through the roof. So reevaluate what you're spending and make cuts when you can. Cut back on different aspects of your grocery budget if you can, rather than buying a lot of prepared foods. Make some foods from scratch, shop your pantry, really go down and really look at the types of foods that you're buying and be like, all right, can we stretch these meals? Can we add some rice or some different things to make it go a little bit farther, a little bit longer, and really find ways to save money in that aspect. If you're not reevaluating your budget and you're not on a written budget and you're just going with inflation and spending more on groceries and spending more on gas and your income is staying the same, that's a really easy way to go in the red because your lifestyle has increased because of inflation. And so we need to really prepare for that and be aware and be mindful of all the things that we're spending, all the times we're swiping our card. It adds up quick. So that's why it's so important to be on that written budget. I do have a full blog post down below in the description box, so definitely check that out, and it goes into even more detail on all of these topics. Number 3 is pick up a side hustle. Find some ways to bring some extra money. Now, that could also be working some overtime at your work if they offer that, but also find ways to make extra money from home. I have tons of videos. I'll have a whole playlist linked down below on side hustles that you can do right from home. All you need is an internet connection to make these side hustles, make this money from home. You can also do side hustles like Rover or Uber Eats and different things like that where you're delivering food, or driving around people with Uber or walking dogs, whatever it is that you can do outside the home. But there's so many side hustles that you can do inside your home as well. So definitely check those out down below in the description. But it's really important to increase your income and diversify your income. We don't want to rely solely on our day job, and we don't want to only have that one stream of income. We want to have multiple streams of income so that if one tanks a little bit or one is cut out completely, we're not freaking out. We have diversified income streams. Number 4 is to pay down debt, and especially pay down high interest debt like credit cards. We're going to see credit card interest rates go even higher in the next couple months, and it's gonna suck. So pay down those high interest credit cards first. And there's big debates, debt snowball, debt avalanche. I personally recommend times like this when we are heading into recession, it's really important to do the debt avalanche, or I personally think it's the best one for this specific scenario of the debt avalanche to get rid of that high interest debt, because it could increase and you're gonna be paying more in interest. So we wanna get that knocked out anyway. So pay off debt, especially high interest debt, get it out of there. And that way you're not paying lots of money in interest, which we don't want. We want to earn interest in our savings accounts, in our high yield savings accounts, and we want to not pay interest on our debt. Next is to max out your retirement contributions. Now, I've received so many messages on Instagram saying, what do I do? Do I pull out my investments in the market? It's red, it looks scary, it looks bad. I'm going to pull out my investments, Kelly. No, do not pull out your investments, especially if you're not anywhere close to retirement. This is actually a good thing for us. Now, people that are closer to retirement, it's a little scary for them, but for us that retirement is 10, 20, 30 years away, it's totally okay. And it's actually a good thing for us because we can get our index funds on sale. We can get them at a fraction of the cost of what they are typically or what they were a year ago, and we can get those sale index funds, which is awesome. Now, if you're wanting to learn about investing and if you're wanting to learn more and really just fully grasp investing, where to start, I have a course that I partnered with Jeremy with Personal Finance Club, and he breaks down investing in such simple terms. It is such an incredible course. I wish I took this course 5 years ago. I would be at a totally different place, and it would have made a lot more sense a lot faster to me. But he really breaks down the course, how to build wealth. He's a multimillionaire and sells a course for so cheap. It's ridiculous how cheap it is, how inexpensive it is, not cheaply made at all. But that's a great way to start learning about investing. And even if you aren't ready to jump right in on investing, this is a great place to start so that you can really learn and educate yourself. I personally didn't learn about investing until I was ready to start investing. I wish I learned about investing when I was still getting ready to start, so that way I didn't have to put off another 6 months before I learned about what I was doing and learn all the terms, learn how it all worked. No, start educating yourself now and start listening and hearing these terms and watching videos so that you start understanding it faster, and it's going to be like, oh yeah, I've heard what a dividend. Okay, I know what a stock is. I know what a bull market is, a bear market. I understand these things, and it's going to make a lot more sense, and you're going to be able to get a better return for your money because you're going to know how to invest your money a lot better. So definitely check out the course. I'll have it linked down below. But recession is coming, guys, and so we need to be prepared, and there's things that we can do to prepare ourselves better and know that it's coming, and so that we can face it head on. So let's keep the conversation going. If you want to know how to make money from home, how to get some side hustles from home, and if you want to know about my 7 income streams, how I've been able to diversify my income into 7 different income streams, check out this video here.